Tell him I'm defying cardinality. We are coding high, defying cardinality. And soon I will match them in renown, and nobody in all of us, no database that there or is what is ever gonna bring me down. That was my attempt of singing Wicked's Defining Gravity, but in the flavor of tonight's episode. So this is actually going to be the final episode of Coding Missions. In honor of that, we're going to celebrate with Advent. So a little celebration tonight. This episode should have been aired a lot earlier, but there was a very sad situation at work, and not getting more details than wasting on the news. So that's what caused the delay. But I'm very happy to say that things have now become a little bit better. Without further ado, tonight's episode, as you can tell from the intro song, is all about defying cardinality. And also in the honor of Advent is the many to one blessings of the Lord. So here we go to tonight's episode. So I'll be doing a little coding demo tonight for the episode later, but here's what we basically have. So Coding Missions episode 10, which is the finale, is Advent Cardinality. As I've mentioned all this stretch long, all of the things we've been doing for coding missions eventually ends up with a very, very big question. What is the purpose of putting everything together? What is the purpose of doing all the, the lead coding, the searching, the binary sorting, the OOD? What's putting all this together is coming down to this final topic, which is cardinality, putting all the groups of these things together into one entity. So welcome to the Coding Missions finale. We'll conclude Coding Missions with a wicked finish. Literally Elphaba and Glinda vibes, or Cynthia MVO and Ariana Grande in recent times. We'll define the concept of cardinality, one to many, many to one to one, etc. We'll do introduction to SQL, which is what I do for my day job as a data analyst. Joins, aggregations, and some other stuff. We'll do a demo with SQL Online Compiler, which is from other W3 schools. W3 schools will be the sponsor for the episode. We'll also be doing defying cardinality, which is a wicked style exceptions to the rule, where, Alphaba jumps out of a window and then she sings defying gravity. That's essentially what we're going to do tonight in the episode as well. And also we have a bit of a Moana collaboration in the demo as well, which is pretty cool. So we have a bit of a Moana Wicked. You know how Barbie and Barbenheimer, it's now called Wicked Moana tonight. Two fantastic movies for 2024. And very appropriately about Advent and family and Advent and companionship. Absolutely amazing. And then finally we have Advent blessings for a moment of silence and some future works to discuss after I'm done my Latin trip for Mexico, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico end of the year with my church mission and also day job. So cardinality, what is it? So from AI, ChatGPT, Hemeni, Merriam-Webster, cardinality, which is a noun, the number of elements in a set or relationship between sets that compares the relative size, or in non-AI layman terms, a matching of two sets. So cardinality example 1, bipartite matching. Let's say you guys want to decorate some Christmas trees and get two types of ornaments, a golden one and a silver one. How do you get the matching ornaments? So we use a bipartite graph as a solution. I'll do some annotation right here. So this is basically our set of silver. from S1 to S of n, and we got a set of gold from G1 to G of m. To think about this for a sec while I'd be blasting Defying Gravity on the background. I wish there's a one-to-one mapping of my Wi-Fi right now. Wi-Fi is really bad. I'm actually doing this right now almost at 1 a.m. at night because I've been so tired at work and so tired recently with a lot of stuff. It's just end of the year type of stuff, guys. And, you know, it's one of those type of things. Hmm, interesting. Interesting enough, um, local UCF won their basketball game. So I've been actually sort of bandwagoning towards UCF, given living in Orlando. Though I, of course, still support BU and Northeastern all the way through Huskies and Terriers. But there's some college bandwagon going on. So here's my solution. Oh, sorry. Save this as PNG and close. So my solution is very simply just very simply this. For S1 to Sn silver ornaments and G1 to Gm gold ornaments, where n is greater than or equal to m, and n and m are not zero, since what type of Christmas tree is without ornament? We'll apply bipartite 2 to 1 matching. Bipartite means at least two mappings to one. That's why called bipartite. If it's 3 to 1, it's tripartite, so a little bit Latin for computer science terms. Gonna clear my annotations right here. Because it'll not be easy for the rest of the episode. So let's up the ante a little bit and determine how to data model with cardinality. So here's a scenario. My friends, these are some fictional names, and I want to go see more movies before Christmas break. We get the following movie preferences. Moana 2, popularity is 83. The choices Jason, Gabe, and Alexa. The movie Wicked, popularity 72. The choice with Megan and Jason. The movie Mufasa, which is Lion King's precursor, popularity 81. The choice only Gabe. The movie Sonic 3, popularity 67. The choice Brittany and Alexa. The movie Studio Ghibli, which is like an anime movie, popularity really high, 93. And Alexa is the awesome lady who wants to watch that. And of course, Craven, which I have no idea what that movie is about, popularity 71, and Gabe and Jason. So yeah, we got a nice little table of what to do for the movies. So of course, there's some many solutions. You can use like a tree graph or like a bar graph for data modeling. Heck, I've seen people even using like confusion matrices, which is just crazy because there's only two choices here. So the best solution in this case is we call a Gantt chart. So you have, Alexa, match to this, da, da, da. It's like, okay, it's like trying to untangle a Christmas tree when you look at this thingy. Like, what is going on here, right? This is a real mess. How can we make this Gantt chart easier to understand? Well, let me show you guys. We use cardinality mappings, these n dot 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 m mappings. So the one dot 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 star notation. Usually that's how the mappings work, where star means many mappings to one entity. So here's a little annotation again for the mappings. When you have n dot 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 m, dot dot m, it means the following. M mappings to n entities. Always mappings to entities. N mappings to M entities. Always. Do not confuse the two. Because I've seen many people, even myself, when I first started, my job and did a science interviews and data interviews, that many people mess this up, and it's very easy to mess up. So for our movie model, we got 3 people liking Moana 2, 2 people liking Wicked, 1-to-1 Mufasa, lucky dude, the most common mapping, 2-to-1 loving Sonic, again 1-to-1. These two should be honestly companions. Still Ghibli and Mufasa, and finally Craven 2-to-1. So there's not exactly a case where it's 0.1 because you need at least one element each to do a mapping. All right, I'm gonna save this annotation as well for PNG. Clear these bad boys up, close that, and good to go. So now here's a little quiz for you guys. I know it's really late at night and I want to go to sleep as well, but we got to do a quiz to understand cardinality. So now test your cardinality skills. In the time allotted to Wicked's Cynthia Envio, refrain for defying gravity, so about 1 minute 30 seconds. So from each scenario, whether it's one to many to one, many to many, or 1-to-1 mapping. Go! So the questions are Zelda's players to coaches, Wicked movie goers to Moana movie goers, professors to students in online class, church leaders to missionaries, iPhone 16 sold to customers, and finally, the classic question, which is actually from Google and Fang, finding a needle given an n with n is greater than or equal to 1 haystacks. So I'm gonna play some Wicked, and you guys can go do the quiz. And by the way, if you are cheating in the quiz, I'm gonna have to ask you guys unsubscribe. So please be honest in the quiz. Thank you. Oops, I need to do something else here. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Hold. Oh, I don't do now. Got it. I'll give you guys a hint now. This one will be multiple choice. Seasons change with the news, not the same. So it's flown by. Yep, we are still playing some Wicked songs. Here's the solution for the quiz. So the first one was many to one, many Celtics players to one coach, Joe Mazzulla or Brad Stevens or Ime Udoka, whoever, coach the Celtics. The second question, obviously many to many. That's just common sense. There could be many wicked people, many wicked moviegoers to many Moana moviegoers, or maybe just one lonely Moana moviegoer to many. Like many to many could encompass a whole range of cardinalities. Number three is pretty tricky. I would accept it many to one, one to many, depends on the TAs. And then, of course, four, at least in church, one to many, one missionary to at least one church leader. One to one, of course, is Black Friday sale, iPhone 16. Once your first one broke, I do have to actually change my phone very soon. And of course, one to many, and n could be arbitrary. That's the twist. So you guys can put in the comments how you did on a quiz. If you're 0 to 3, you're just a novice. If you're 4 to 5, you're Cardinal Master. If you get all 6, I will literally sub to your channel. You're a wicked Cardinality champion. All right. Intro to SQL. Cardinality and data analytics action. So here's some different facts about SQL. You have different flavors. You have PostgreSQL, MySQL, SQL Server. Sorry. You have server client architecture. You have a database to a schema to a table to an entity to attribute and to an item. So this is the general hierarchy of a SQL structure. And just for a little bit of drawing fun, here's how you normally make a database in a SQL normally. You make this nice little oval. You do this. You do this. Then you do this. That is essentially how you make a database drawing in a what we call a UML diagram, which we'll be mentioning later in the episode. Unified Modeling Language diagram. That's how we make a database drawing. The basic syntax for any SQL. Select. The phrase where you want to select attributes from. From. The tables, more than one table potentially given joins, that you want to select from given those attributes. And finally, where, the conditions to meet in your query. So, SQL query, popular. You know that song from Wicked. Write a SQL query that determines all popular people in the land of Oz, given the table cswicked.dbo.oz, and has types popular and wicked, basically Alphaba and Glinda's personalities. I'll play more Defying Gravity while you guys think for a solution. All right, more Defying Gravity has been sung. Let's see a solution. So we have a select star. Star is basically the symbol from square to select everything, which means leave absolutely nothing. Select just like in a buffet, select everything, all you can eat. all you can select. Select star from cswicked.dbo.oz where type equals popular. That's your solution. Alternatively, you want to be really bougie about it. You want to become a cardinality deal with aura, a cardinality deal with aura. You can also add in the percentage symbol. So just do select star from cswicked.dbo.oz where type like and then percentage popular. There you go. That's the easiest question. So if you don't get this, y'all need to go back to SQL class. All right, time to up the ante again. SQL grouping, cardinality with honors. To get more advanced, we'll introduce two more statements, group by and order by. So group by is aggregation of what you are trying to put with the attributes in the select statement. And order by, descending, ascending, aggregation in order of what you are trying to put in your attributes and select statements. So as a demonstration of this, I actually have not an annotation this time, but something really, really cool to show you guys, to show you how to understand SQL grouping. The beads, guys, the beads. So, in a group by situation with the beads, you got everything mixed together, numble jumbled, just aggregation in the beads. In the order by, you got to be very careful. You got to order this bead, by this bead, by this bead, by this bead. It's almost like a Catholic rosary type of thing. So it's like, you order by the beads. And there you go. Use beads to basically understand what's group by versus order by in SQL grouping. So SQL query. I know that SQL's for good. The Wicked song for good. So I play a little bit more defying gravity. We'll give you the prompt. Write a SQL query that aggregates all of the lyrics of the Wicked song for good, given attributes of ID, Elphaba, and Glinda, and still the same attribute of type for popular. All right, there's another part of defying gravity. Here's the solution. Select ID, Elphaba, Glinda from cswicked.dbo.oz, where type equals popular, and group by ID, Elphaba, and Glinda. All right, finally, defying cardinality. And this time I'm going to be switching from Wicked to Moana 2, Beyond. Just like how Elphaba had to jump out the window, movie spoiler, to find herself in a movie, and Moana had to go to another island, Montu'i, to find Maui Moana 2, let's do a collab and join them together. That's right. Basic SQL joins are like your YouTube collabs. They put them together. It's just putting everything in a join. And basic joins in SQL. One great way from Boston University early years and even my Northeastern co-op years, learning about SQL joins, is just simply using Venn diagrams. These two circles. Of course, there's some more advanced joins like inner outer join and coalesce joins, but I'm not here to put you guys join. I'm not trying to join you guys to death. I'm trying to basically teach you guys the most basic understandings of joins. So just like Venn diagrams, you basically have a form of set notation. So we'll do a little quick set notation exercise here. So for the first one is basically A and a union, not B, for the first one. The second one is A union B. Third one is not A union B. Fourth one is not A union not B. Fifth one is A, sorry, not A. Let me think about this. Oh, right, intersection. A, not union, which is intersection. B, Not B. Yeah, not A intersection B. Oops. There we go. I'm gonna move this around a little bit. Sorry. Yeah, that's good. So not A intersection. B. Finally, the last one, the most trickiest one of all, is the opposite of this one, the left join. So it's basically A intersection, not B. So that is how you do cardinalities and set theory, basically. So set theory, you have two things. You have U, which is called a union, which is joining two things together, and you have a not U, which is called intersection. So that's basic set theory right there, guys. So once again, left join is A union not B. The easiest is full outer join, which is A union B. Then left join, if null, is not A union B. Then inner join is not A union not B. Right join is A intersection, not A intersection B. And the most difficult, right join if null, A not A intersection not B. That's a bit of a tongue twister, but it'll teach you a lot about SQL joins. If you're really good at Venn diagrams, joins should be a piece of cake, and you'll easily code of the database portion very easily. If you struggle with Venn diagrams, though, you might want to go through brush up your Venn diagrams because those are very, very helpful to understand SQL joins. I often at work draw these circles with like my manager and my team. Otherwise, you'd be running a join statement, and you can have the entire movie of Wicked run, entire movie of Moana run, even the Paris Olympics run. It takes like literally 5 hours sometimes to run a SQL query because some not smart person used a join, and it became a join nightmare. Never ever do joins without knowing what tables you're using. It's like it's just wicked in a real sense at workplace. And it's not exactly Chihu material as well, to quote Moana. So I'm gonna save the photo right here, and I'm gonna give you guys another exercise. Oops, give me 1 second. There we go. Oh yeah. So SQL Query 3, defying cardinality, and this one I will be playing Moana's Beyond. So I'll give you actually a lot of time. I'll give you basically Moana's Beyond until the second refrain, almost 2 minutes to think about this one. This is actually quite a difficult question. So Ololi Carvalho's Beyond. Give you exactly 2 minutes to contemplate this beautiful question. Write a SQL query that joins the tables cswicked.dbo.odds and csdisney.dbo.moana. Assume they're the same server, Regal. You already talked about watching both movies in Regal Cinemas. We join based on Wicked's ID and Moana's ID, and then we'll order by the types that match from both tables. So while I be blasting now some Moana, you guys can think about the solution. I'll give you a hint. Draw the Venn diagrams. Think about what tables put together. What are the IDs put together? The Wi-Fi sometimes beyond me, guys, in my house. The Wi-Fi sometimes beyond me. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, there we go. This is probably the latest episode I've ever aired in my YouTube and probably CS career. The beauty is I have no church. I actually have limited church tomorrow on Sunday, so I could wake up a little later for Advent. Praise the Lord. And also just chill after a really arduous and long and stressful week at multiple levels in work. So here we go, beyond. Let's go. And honestly, Olivia Carvalho, she's a great actress. Um, yeah, she's very good at singing. I'll play some more. Beautiful, isn't it? Go on. There's a little beyond from Moana. Here's the solution. Select star from csdisney.dbo.moana as Moana. Inner join cswicked.dbo.oz as Oz, and then this is a very important statement, on moana.id equals oz.id, where moana.type is oz.type, ordered by moana.type oz.type ascending. To give you guys a little annotation why I mean this in Venn diagram sequence. Boop. And yeah, copy this, paste that. Boom, here's my beautiful Venn diagrams. I'll give you a little color annotation. Moana, we're going to be in blue. Wicked, we're going to be in pink. So Moana is over here, the table for Moana. The table for Wicked is here, W. So we're going to be doing a little bit of coloring here. So Moana, we're doing inner join, right? So remember from inner join what that means. It means we're doing only what's in both of these. So we're going to do a little bit of a blue coloring here. Part of my really childish coloring. Sometimes, it's really fun to draw cardinalities because you basically get back to kindergarten. You get to draw some crazy things on here. And then make it a little bit more professional here. Gonna make it pink this time for Wicked. So Wicked, just draw all this stuff and cover up Moana. Nice little gender reveal, actually, for future children, if you think about it. Nice little gender reveal. That's what I'm gonna do with my gender reveal for my future children. I'm gonna basically literally have a Venn diagram, is it a boy or a girl, and then we'll see. Hopefully not inner join, because that would be weird, but it's really awesome to have this type of design. Yeah, sometimes joins get a little bit crazy, and just like in real life, you gotta learn how to handle them. All right, join fun over. So some more stuff. I use Moana and Oz as alias references. So this as thing is an alias, or like a copy of a name. To make it easier to avoid typing long table names. So they even work at CS blah 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 dot blah 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 dot blah blah blah. Like the parameter limit for SQL is 32 characters. Anything longer than that, SQL will not take your table name. I also use ascending to define the order as by ascending. Finally, the moment you've been waiting for, the SQL query demo. I'll now do a live demo using SQL Online Compiler from WT Schools to run the following query. Is related to my upcoming Mexico, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Latin America trip. Select the top 10 customers with the suppliers that are not from the United States. And here's the link to the query. Boom. So here's my query. Select top 10 star, right? That's a select statement. From customers. Inner join suppliers on customers.id equal suppliers.supplier ID. Where suppliers.country, and this is another trick I'm using, not in. So not in is a SQL syntax that basically tells you whether you're in a set or not in a set. Let's run this bad boy. And there's a result. You got some customer ID, you got some customer city and postal names, which is fantastic. So you got all the results that you want in the SQL Server. So you got number of records, which is 10 of them, which is fantastic. So you got exactly 10 records. Beautiful results. So that's my SQL demo solution. Select top 10 star from customers, enter join suppliers on, customers.customer ID equals suppliers.supplier ID, where suppliers.country not in United States. And sometimes SQL will give you some weird, results, but that's okay. That's just lexicographical error. So now I'm defying cardinality. So define cardinality, revise, exception to the rules. To wrap up this coding missions, and finally, just like Jokic says, go back home. We will finally name some exception to the rules on concepts of tonight's episode. Bipartite matching will not work on sets that are infinite or zero sized. This is weird one, number two. For advanced treatment, find your girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, and partner easily. Give Gail Shapley algorithm a try. So I get back in Boston University for Valentine's Day. We made a bit of a meme in BU years. We often have a TA try to match students. Not really relationship, just get people mingling on VD, those type of things. And we use Gail Shapley to get basically people quote unquote, I guess for a day dating, I guess. It beats Tinder and Hinge and OnlyFans. It beats those type of apps. Honestly, Gail Shapley knew what he was doing. Man knew how to get people families. I'll give him respect for that. But in real life, just finding cardinality, you want to find your one-to-one matching companionship wise. And that's like my goal in the next few years is to find a one-to-one matching eternally. That is the goal. Data modeling needs to be at least dimension of 2, so dim greater than or equal to in linear algebra terms in order to work. The reason why, because if you use only one, you're not gonna have like a 2D map. You need at least 2 dimension. I learned that the hard way in Tableau because you have to use dimension 2 to like draw those pictures. There does not exist an infinite to many cardinality. That's just common sense. SQL will give you errors if you do not have matching attribute amounts, which means if I have like 9 things in one table and 10 things in another table, it will not work. I learned this the very hard way at work. At work, I was using like a query that had 50 attributes, and then somebody else just, I don't know, for some very fudged up reason, decided I had 49 attributes. And guess how long it took? 2 whole days. Yeah, I was basically babysitting the query like a newborn child. And finally, number 6, SQL is a lot more than queries. You have files and tree directories, which is an advanced treatment of what we can do with it. So that is it, guys. That is it for coding missions. So thank you guys very much. Coding missions is now complete. Enjoy your holidays and your one to end many blessings. And now, moment of silence for BT, the UHG CEO that passed in the Lord and is our true leader that we all love and really respect and is a real role model for many people in the area of healthcare analytics and data science. Thank you very much for the respectful silence. All right, select star from CS YouTube viewers where interest equals subscribe. Like and subscribe, guys, for the episode. And of course, I have a beautiful little pug to say happy holidays. So, the future of, I guess, my YouTube channel is going to be a lot less nerdy and CSE, a little bit more, adventurous. So, portioning will now be converted into actually letting Jason cook. You know the meme, let him cook? It'll be called letting Jason cook. It'll be more advanced cooking, hot pots. Hugo is coming in with a few church friends of mine very soon. So episode 1 already is gonna be hot pot with church friends. Already episode 1. I'll be cooking with my friends, bro. And then this thing, code emissions, will be revised into basically coding companions. AKA I'll be having collabs with many people in IT for collaborations very soon after a good portion of time. And honestly, I just like, sharing my knowledge in YouTube with all these great, amazing viewers and subscribers. And I like to keep things very clean. I don't like to meet a lot of controversy. The most emotional thing I've ever done on my YouTube is like basically posting, explaining parts. But other than that, it's been pretty PG, pretty clean, pretty milquetoast. That's about to change very soon, though. I'm gonna be much more spicier on the YouTube channel in terms of like content. Gonna be shouting my boy Gallardo, the Dominican baller. Bro's got some good YouTube shorts, and go Celtics and Jason Tatum for banner 19. And congrats on Belichick with his new partner. And you know, enjoy your cardinality, guys. Enjoy your happy holidays. And just really relax. Like it's the holidays. I'm gonna be chilling in basically many places in the Latin America. I'll be going to Cancun. I'll be going to Mexico City, then flying over to Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, and then of course San Juan. So four amazing cities, all of them Hilton, all expenses covered. So I'll be channeling my inner Carissa East and Nick Giovanni in Latin America. So gracias para todos, 谢谢 you guys. And I'm gonna go to sleep right now. It's like 1:06 a.m. So before we finish tonight, I got some more Wicked. Thank you, coding mission is now complete. Enjoy your holidays and many blessings in honor of Brian. Thank you guys very much. Remember the awesome dude. And please, guys, if you know anything about the case, do something about it because it is a pretty significant situation right now in USA. And stay safe, guys. Thank you very much. This is Jason Lu signing off. See y'all later. Bye.